Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Weekend Review Show. Gone a bit beyond the weekend, but it's okay. It's okay. How you fellas doing?
All good, man.
Yeah, mate. Plenty football over the festive period, so that's what we need, mate.
We here, man. We here.
Good. Well, as you're here, I'm hoping you're all here for your weekly dose of football chatter that you get from us guys. Banter, some arguments, some disagreements, but always full of drama. And us talking about goals, and this weekend, even some red cards. A few red cards, too many for some people's liking, I'm pretty sure. But without any further ado, we will move on, because we've got a packed show. We'll move on to the guest the player to get it out of the way quickly.
How easy are you making it, James? Seriously.
I think this one's quite easy, to be honest.
He says.
I had you in mind, so I thought let me get a pattern for you.
He said I got you in mind. That's cold.
So here we go. Guess the player.
Oh, I know this player, you know.
You've heard that before.
No, I do.
And you went on mute.
Nah, that was technical difficulties. I definitely know this player.
That's good then. Leon's giving it. Look, I've known this player, but I'm not saying nothing.
Do you know what? I think I'm wrong though, you know.
Who is it then?
Oh, God. No, I think
Gareth,
I'm
Do you
wrong.
know who it is?
No, I don't.
Do you know what, James?
Leon,
You say
Leon,
this
do you
is
know who it
easy. You know what? Before you go on it and you try to talk
Of
over me
course
because you're
Leon
trying to be a
knows who it
Ginos
is.
here.
Of course, I know
Right.
who it is.
Yeah.
You put a snake amongst the pigeons with this, or a cat amongst the pigeons, as they say. Because no. The reason why I say that is because Florentina Man City, straight away I said Mika Richards, but it's not Mika Richards.
I never knew-
Bro, it's the other way. It's the other
He's
way.
a partisan, bro.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. It stung me. I've been duped. No, I'm done. I don't know who it is.
Bevan, do you know?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna be honest, James. I know who it is, but it took me a minute.
That's good.
You ready?
Yeah, go on.
Stefan Jovetic.
Yes, it is. Stefan Jovetic.
Them man they played Football Manager since they were in the womb.
Bro,
them man that just played in the womb, you know.
Bro, he played with Man City.
FM was help me with this
Yeah,
Bro.
I know.
career paths, man. Can't
The
even
career
front.
path definitely did, but I remember when he was at Fiorentina, I wanted him at Liverpool. It was between
Mhm.
Liverpool and Man City, and he chose City, and I was vexed. And obviously, when he chose City, he went and scored against us as well. So
He was just injury prone. That was the problem.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't a quick one.
No.
I can work with that.
I was
So,
close.
I love the way the one said, I know who it is.
I should have said I know who it isn't. I should have said. Horrible.
Cool. So we'll move on to our prediction table.
Oh man.
And hopefully,
God.
have a benefit
5-0, you know?
No, that's a
This is-
previous result.
This is last week.
That's
I know I definitely got at least 4 points because I got one score right for sure.
Bro,
So-
this week, yeah, I was undone by 2 goals, bruvs.
Yeah, you were. So
No.
was I.
I was undone by
And-
2 goals, bruvs.
And here is what we got this week. I was upset, bro.
What?
Liverpool messed me up.
Wait.
Bro, Leon, you're on my
Wait.
coattails, bro.
Wait.
Don't know
Oh,
what you're talking about,
yeah.
bro. I'm just here, just in the
I double
shadow.
checked this time because I know
Bruh.
last week I was half asleep.
All right, this time, you know what? I'm taking it serious this week. I'm taking it serious
Double
this week.
checked. Well, listen,
Oh, you said
I think you backed Man United every week, which is fair enough, but it's going to be costly, isn't it?
Bro, you got a cheek, you know. You got a cheek, bro.
The truth is there.
But come
You
on,
should be there.
you did say 3-2, and to be fair, it could have been.
It could well have been.
It could have been. It could
If
have been.
United could finish their dinner.
But in
Rodgers
terms
could
of
have had a
results,
hattie.
Leon got the 2-1 Tottenham Liverpool, which annoyed me because we should have won the game 2-0, but we'll catch up on that more later. And the rest of us got just the right results. And I think Daryl also got 2-1 in that game. So,
Bro,
The pack,
I am
the
Wolves.
pack
I
was
am
got
Wolves
closer,
right.
boy. The
Yes.
pack got
I am
closer.
Wolves right now.
honestly,
Yeah,
you're 10 points adrift, boy. But
yeah.
you can turn.
So, Bevan, you got the January transfer window still.
Bruh, this is relegation right now, bro. It's gonna be like you're gonna see me replaced by someone else.
Okay, so with that being said, the first game we'll talk about, as it was still a title chasing game. We'll start with you, Bevan. Makes sense. I know we played each other, but your game had a lot riding on it. Sorry. So, were you disappointed, or did you sit back and think, you know what, these things happen when you're going for titles? As long as we get the 3 points, we roll on to next weekend.
Yeah, you know what it is? I was a little disappointed watching the game because there were moments in the game where I felt like we were just too slow and ponderous going in attack. And when we went 1-0 up, I'm thinking we just go and kill this game off because I was going to say Fulham. That's ridiculous. Everton offered very little going forward, to be honest with you. I can't remember a save that Ray had to make, really. And we were just a bit slow and ponderous in attack. Apart from like a couple of spurts when we did attack properly, we hit the post twice and Saka's had one cleared almost off the line. But it was just, I just wanted to see a bit more, to be honest. I say we rolled our luck a little bit because of the penalty decision. I think if it's Michael Oliver, that's a penalty.
Bruv,
But
if
the-
any
this
other
ref-
referee, that should be a penalty, bruv. That's
Well,
I know we've had our fair share, but that's a penalty.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of years ago we didn't get one against Villa in a similar
But you should have,
situation.
You should have, though.
I know, but we didn't. So, like I say, Michael Oliver, that's a penalty.
Just for
Go on,
raise my
man. You got a
hand,
question?
I've got a question. So, I know you said about the refereeing and the penalties and stuff. Did you see when Saliba fly kicked Barry in the box? And
That's what I was
Everton
talking
didn't
about.
get a penalty.
He never fly kicked him.
I mean,
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
He
he
volleyed
basically
his
volleyed him.
yeah.
Basically.
He volleyed his heel.
And,
Yeah.
and the referee didn't even budge.
We seen him given.
I know we've seen him given, but he said there wasn't enough contact, didn't it?
We had even less.
Paper
Remember
bag.
we played Brighton, and Robertson had one way less than that, and the penalty was given, and we drew 1-1. But you had the opposite, where you had Jesus, like you said, and it wasn't given. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
It's
don't know how
I,
VAR look at that and say the contact
Yeah.
was incidental. Right?
Bruv, they're just making up the rules as they go along with Arsenal at the minute. To be honest.
you know what? I was gonna go look at the rules to see what they were, to see why that wasn't given. Because I was thinking, when I was watching it back, I was thinking, yeah, he's gonna give that as a pen, even though like he's touched the ball and he's going nowhere. But you know that if anywhere else on the pitch, that gets given as a foul. So I was a bit shocked that they didn't give it as a penalty. And if that game ends up 1-1, then it's a terrible result. But it doesn't, and we roll on to next week. Really, it's, as I say, there were moments in the game where I felt like we were slow and ponderous, but there were also moments when we decided to play football and actually attack. We had moments where we should have scored, and on another day that game ends up 4-1 instead of 1-0. Sorry, 4-1. 4-0 instead of 1-0. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. It's at a ground where we haven't won away from home. I think
Yeah, in a
it's
while.
in about
Yeah.
8 games in a long time. Or when
Is it
we have won,
worrying?
we've won by 1.
Is it worrying that obviously you had an XG of 2.00, but with 13 shots, you had 2 shots on target? Obviously, you missed 3 big chances. You missed 2 of them. But is it what Carragher said at the beginning of the season that having a striker isn't the issue? He's creating the clear-cut chances that is Arsenal's biggest issue.
I think the issue for me is the way that we are creating chances and not taking the risks to play the ball through the lines. For the fact that like the one time we play the ball through the lines, it comes from Saliba to play it to Gyökeres, and Keane makes a challenge and it goes over the bar or whatever. You just want to see. I think you want to see more of that from your attacking players. You want to see more of that from Odegaard to be taking those risks and splitting those lines in that kind of way. Where you look at Man City, they take the risks in a certain type of way, and if it doesn't work, then they're able to spring traps for players so that they close them down and they can go again. And I think that like there's not enough in and around the box where players are making the runs, or we're not finding the players to make the runs and then go around the sides. If it doesn't work out, then it's going to become very easy for teams to defend. And I think that like I can understand why we're taking a more methodical kind of approach, because if we do go kind of blood and thunder, then we are at risk from players getting injured, and we can't really risk that many injuries. But it does kind of worry you in the sense of the form of the way that we're playing, and the fact that like we've had a number of games where we haven't been that great. Where in that the Wolves game and then this game and other games away from home from in the season where we've got draws on and stuff like that. We've got draws, losses, and then not playing well. It does kind of make you think we need to kind of turn the corner. But what I will say is we got the result, we got a win, and we just need to kind of kick on from there. But when those things happen, sometimes it's not as easy just to turn the switch.
Bev, can I say something to you? I hear what you're saying, but I'm not convinced. I'll tell you why. In that game against Everton, yeah, I still feel like some of the attacking players don't have the belief in Gyökeres, because there was a few times where he was making the run and they were holding on to the ball and they weren't releasing him. And then the one time that he got released by Saliba, he wasn't as composed as you'd want like your number 9 to be in the box. I feel like in that situation, don't get me wrong, it was a great tackle or a great block by Keane, but I feel like Haaland, he buries that, or he takes a shot early, or he cuts it and sends Keane to the shop to go and get something for him, and he buries it with his other foot. Now, I'm not saying that obviously Gyökeres ain't good enough. I'll let Gyökeres do that when he's on the pitch. But I do believe that, you know, some of the guys, they just don't believe in him as yet. They're just not believing in him, because Odegaard there was one particular moment, he had the ball right behind the defenders. Gyökeres was making a curve run, and then he goes to pull the trigger, and then he cuts it back and goes out. And then I think it goes round.
But that's a Odegaard problem, because there was a clip earlier in the season where Gyökeres makes a run to the left, he makes a run to the right, makes a run to the left, and Odegaard has to pick one of the passes, and he tries to play simple.
Yeah,
so I don't think it's a case of they don't have faith in him. I just don't think they're ready. They haven't got used to knowing the fact that we can play a straight ball.
Okay,
We've got this guy, like he's there. Let's just do it. They're still in the mode of, okay, let's play it right, let's play it left, let's work the ball into the box. When really and truly, Haaland had the same issue at the beginning. They did a lot of sideways passing, and Haaland was going left and right, and there was times where Haaland got 2 touches in the first half, but he scored one.
Yeah.
So I think at the moment, it's a case of, at some point, Arsenal are going to realise we can just play a through ball. Like, I think Eze will do it, because Eze is used to it because he had Mateta.
Yeah.
But someone like Odegaard, he hasn't played with him enough, possibly. So he's still in that mode of, I'm not playing the ball yet until I'm secure. That's the way I see it.
I agree, because when you had Van Persie, didn't Fergie sit them down and saying this is the runs he's making and you're not finding him?
Yeah.
If they don't trust him, then let him make the mistakes to say that you don't trust him. Let him miss the chances. But you can't say you don't trust him and then you don't play him in, or you're trying to play the ball up to him to hope it sticks, and when it doesn't stick, then you're saying, well, this doesn't work. But you're not playing to his strengths. He wants the ball in behind. Play the ball in behind. Give him the chance to miss. That's how I see it. He's not had enough chances to miss, as far as I'm concerned. In that game, he had a header that was missed. What I will say is that before we got the penalty, the chance that he had, I think he went down a bit too weak. If he had stayed up, and he would have had a header that he's scoring from that, in my opinion. So I think they've just got to do more to find him, and I think that's what Arteta's got to tell them. He's got to show them this is the runs he's making, give him the ball, and we take that risk. If we don't score, we don't score. But you got to live. At least you can't take no risks and then hope to play the perfect game and then stuff like that. It never works like that. You got to do more. You got to take more risks to give him a chance to score the goals or to miss the chances.
5 goals in 12 starts isn't horrible, but I guess 2 are pens.
Yeah,
2 are pens.
But you got no Andy Cole.
Bro, you got to score the. You got to score the.
You see that for Ekitike.
You got to score the pens.
So now you're talking about Ekitike. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you have the weirdest memory I could ever think of.
No. We're still talking about Arsenal. We're
transitioning.
Are we going over to Liverpool now? Oh, excellent. Perfect timing. Let's talk about the team that you beat that had 9 men. Go on.
I missed it.
So just a quick one. Before, just to go back on that comment, have I ever said anything negative or that I don't rate Ekitike?
No, we haven't.
I haven't? Okay.
No.
Okay.
So you beat 9 men. You beat 9 men away from home, as you were.
Huh?
You beat 9 men away from home.
Bro, some people can't beat 10 men at home. So I don't know what you're talking.
I lie.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, Everton came to your ground and beat you with 10.
Yeah, I know.
So we won.
Yeah.
We got our 3 points in the bag. And those 3 points put us 3 points ahead of you. So let's go.
Remember, you're reigning champions, yeah, and we were nearing relegation last season. So if you're comparing yourself to us, bruv, you've got some real hard thinking to do. You need to look at that man in the mirror, bro, because if you're comparing yourself to a team that was battling to stay in the league last season, technically, because we finished below par last season. You man finished top of the league, top of the league, and you are nowhere near good enough this season. So let's just talk about you beating 9 men. I think that's where you need to go to.
We'll still finish second or third. I already said we're still going to finish at least third.
Spending 300 mil and then you're dicing with mid-table. Get out of here.
Yeah, I've already said we're still going to finish third.
Okay.
It's a long old season.
That is diabolical what you've just done there, you know. But that is diabolical what you've just done there. That is terrible. I don't know. I can't let you get away with that. There's no way you could get away with that. You're going to talk about how bad Liverpool are and where you are in a minute. But we're going to the Liverpool game.
Biggest club in the world.
Liverpool? No, they ain't.
I know.
I'm glad you got that on tape as well. I'm glad you know they ain't the biggest club in the world.
I've never said we're the biggest club in the world. Our finances don't say we're the biggest club in the world. Real Madrid are bigger than we are, and they're bigger than you are too. So, Leon was at the game. I've done my post-match. So, I'll let Leon have his say.
Why?
Because everyone knows we were terrible. Like for the last 10 minutes, we didn't have a shot on target, and Tottenham did, and they had 9 men. We were horrible, and your players came out as hatchet men, like for a good 60 minutes worth of the game. They lost their cool, and if they hadn't, they possibly could have won that game because we were not good. We were not good, mate.
Do you think that, Leon? You think you would have won that game do you think you would have won that game if you had kept 10 men on the pitch? Well, 11 men on the pitch?
I think having 11 men on the pitch would have made it a lot easier for us to stay in the game. One thing I will say is Liverpool definitely lack confidence. because I expected them to capitalize more on the fact that they had at least a one-man advantage for most of the second half. But I think, well, no, for actually, what
More
are
than
you
the
talking
second
about?
half.
Yeah, most of the game.
Yeah, more than the second half, because
Yeah.
Xavi Simons got sent off in the first half. One thing I will say, 5 minutes into that game, I knew that we weren't going to win. And I'm not talking about because of Tottenham. The referee started as he meant to go on. Now, the red cards, I'm not going to say that they weren't deserved, because I do think the red cards were deserved. But before that, Liverpool were getting every frigging decision, every little sodding minor flipping offence, any physical contact Liverpool were getting. Anything Tottenham was on the receiving end, Liverpool never got no decisions against them. So that's the one thing I will say. John Brooks, I don't know. I can't say that he's a Liverpool fan, but one thing I will tell you is that some Premier League or something going on there, because the way that he was giving Liverpool every decision was mad. So anyway, we move on. Besides that, we were in the game. Now, Xavi Simons, like, I don't really know what he was doing. Like, there was a little bit of a slip, but at the same time, where he connects with Van Dijk's calf, you just can't. There's nothing you can do about that. He's got to go. And the same thing happened with Jota when he got sent off, and he kind of slipped as he connected with a Tottenham player and got sent off a few seasons ago. So I'm not even mad at that. I'm just mad because of what Xavi Simons was trying to do, where he was trying to press Van Dijk. It didn't make sense, the direction he was taking to go and press him, because he was running behind him. Like, why would you do that? Try and get in front of the ball. Anyway, we move on. At that point, with 10 men, I thought Liverpool were going to dominate. They didn't really. They tried to, but at that same time, I think both teams, you could tell, were lacking confidence. Then Romero, oh my God. I know for a fact that he feels like he has to force the play at times, because our midfield don't seem to be able to progress the ball forward. But my goodness, I have never ever seen Romero play a forward pass of what he was trying to do with his left foot in my life. I've not seen it. I've only ever seen him play sideways passes with his left, never forward. My guy was trying to do some Hollywood ball, and I don't know where he was. I was literally in the eye line of where he was trying to play that ball, and it weren't on. Soon as he tried to do it, I knew there's going to be problems. Counter attack. Then he tries to foul his way out of the situation by committing. Liverpool play a good couple passes. It ends up going through. It was a good little through ball by Wirtz. You know, Tottenham gift giving again. First assist straight to flipping Isak. Isak scores away from home. I think it's the second goal in London actually for Liverpool. And at the same time, because of Van der Ven's challenge trying to block, he breaks his leg, which we think is a leg break from what we're hearing. So unfortunately for Isak, he's obviously got a goal, but now he's injured pretty much for the rest of the season. Then Liverpool retreated. Like, they gave us the chance to come back. So we're thinking, we've got a chance here. Let's try and, like, we bring on Richarlison, and you're thinking, oh goodness, why are we doing that? But he's actually our top scorer this season. It's mad that that us fans are like, oh my goodness, Richarlison's coming on. But he seems to have a knack of scoring goals that don't mean anything against Liverpool, because he ends up getting the goal. But before that, the referee again, 2 hands. There's a push in the back.
Yeah, on Romero.
It's a foul.
Yeah,
it's a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, he's giving it, but he's not giving it. Fair play to PK. It's a difficult, like, for him to lick the header, hits the post and go in. Fair play, good header. But it's a push in the back. And I've seen softer ones given against strikers that have done that. But the fact that he has 2 hands, and you can see with the point when he pushes him, Romero is already in the air.
Yeah.
So because he feels the push, yes, does he try to sell it a little bit more? 100%. But it's a foul, because when you push someone when they're already in the air, you're going to change the position of them being able to header the ball. He's not able to put in a challenge, a realistic challenge on the ball. Liverpool go 2-0 ahead. So then, obviously Liverpool don't need to attack anymore. They literally just retreated and just said, Tottenham can't break us down, because we can't break down Sunderland or Wolves. Do you know what I mean? So they go in retreat.
In
But
fairness,
Leon,
though,
don't you
Leon,
think?
Go on.
Don't you think that when Liverpool went down to 10 men, that you were
Tottenham.
We went with 10 men.
when Tottenham went down to 10 men, that you were kind of more attacking? I felt like Liverpool
We had
awful.
Liverpool let us have the ball, and I think that's one, confidence, and two, everyone knows that we struggle to break down teams who sit back. That's been a problem at White Hart Lane or Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, wherever you want to call it.
That's not actually true, though. You know, right?
What?
We didn't let you have the ball.
You did for a bit, bro.
Bruv,
I was there.
I know, but bruv, we had 63% of the ball first half.
Yeah, I
Well,
keep on saying
60%
this.
of the
There
ball.
were times where you let us have the ball.
There were times to open up the play. Of course, sometimes you have to let the team attack so you can counter attack to a degree. But the first half, we had the majority of the ball.
And when we went down to 10 men, yes. After that, we had to just consolidate, because what could we do? We couldn't go keep attacking or trying to attack. I didn't feel like it went in the balance of play before the red card. It didn't feel like a 63%.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant before after the red card.
No, I'm talking about before that. It was an even game. Like no one was doing anything. That's what I'm talking about. Before the red card, nobody was doing anything. So forget the end of the thing, the possession stats. I'm talking about before that. You let us have the ball, but we weren't doing anything with it. So it was like you guys were comfortable letting us have the ball because we didn't seem like we could do anything with it. Like Xavi couldn't even find a pass before he got sent off. He was actually he did nothing. So him just getting a red card just really just messed any chance of us getting anything from that game, a draw or whatever.
I can see Thomas Frank though. He kind of had a tactic in this game where you could see that he kind of drilled it into the Spurs boys that they needed to be ultra aggressive. They needed to be on the first touch. They needed to, try to get close to Liverpool as possible to make them make the mistakes where they were lacking confidence. But I feel like the players took it one step further. Do you know what I mean? Like Xavi Simons, really, Simons, yeah, he slipped. It was a dangerous tackle, yeah. But I feel like he slipped, and he also slightly tried to anticipate Van Dijk cutting back, which is what Van Dijk was doing. But he's got his foot all up on my man's calf. That was only going to end up in one way. And I feel like the way that the referee was refereeing that game, Romero should have got a foul. But because of how aggressive Romero was being and how ridiculous he was being in the game up until that point, it was almost like Sunday League where the ref just turns his blind eye and just goes, mate, you've been doing it all game. Get up. Kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It was
obviously VAR's looked at it and they've said to the ref, we don't see any reason for you to, if you saw the challenge and you ain't changing your mind, then don't give it. But I still think that referee from the get-go was feeding Liverpool. So regardless of, we shot ourselves in the foot because at 11 men, it's anyone's game. And I mean, both teams, it was almost like the Europa League final. Both teams had no confidence and you didn't really know what was going to happen. Yeah. But I think part of the problem was that we didn't have enough balance. Like we had Bergvall out on the left wing and it just, to me, it didn't work. It was like they were trying to put an extra body there, but yeah, it just didn't work. I just didn't feel like the players handled themselves in the right way. And then Romero, when at a chance where Liverpool have literally allowed us to get ourselves back into the game, we've scored a goal with Richarlison, and then we've got a chance to actually put pressure on for the last 8 minutes because of all of the injuries and injury time. Romero gets himself sent off by like kicking out so stupidly. Like he wins what you could call a soft-ish foul because
that was a foul. Kanate barreled into him. That was 100% a foul.
That was, but at the same time, that's the sort of challenge that Romero does all the time. So I didn't understand why he flipped out so much when I had an opportunity we had a free kick, put the ball in the box and see what happens, because that's exactly how we scored the first goal.
That's not even the problem. For me, if I was the manager, my problem is with the first yellow card. Like, why are you running up on the referee and bumping your chest into the referee? Like, madness. You don't do that in the first one.
But you're the captain. Like, yes, that is annoying enough. But you've already got that card. Yeah, so now you have to mind yourself. but he didn't. He still played on the edge, and then he kicks out. Like when you're kicking out, you could get a straight red.
Yeah.
So the fact that he got
Lucky.
yellow, he's lucky because he could have been banned for 3 games rather than just 1.
Yeah,
just
He
so
wouldn't- he wouldn't-
infuriating, man. Like he just like, when he plays for Argentina, he's a different guy. It's so annoying. It's so annoying to see how different he plays for us in comparison to Argentina. It just
Messi's not having
infuriating.
that, bro. I swear.
Yeah.
Messi's not having that behavior.
It was nice for him. It was nice for him to be part of the build-up to get Wirtz's first assist, though.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. As I said, Santa Claus, man.
Yeah, Wirtz needed some help, so he done it. Well done.
So I'll delete that bit out because that's a load of nonsense. So
Do you disagree with any of the points that I made?
no, not yours. I'm talking about
No,
that nonsense.
he's
I'll do
got
that
a month.
nonsense
He's got
out.
a month. Wirtz needs help.
You're gonna need help because you got an injury to your clutch guy, but we'll get onto that. So
Talisman.
for me, my issues are watching that game. I see Wirtz trying to probe, and Liverpool players are standing and watching him, and it's so frustrating because he gets into good areas, and it's like, okay, let me do. You trained with him for enough time now to know that Wirtz likes to do 1-2s. He's gonna do 1-2. He's gonna move, or he's gonna run a different way, pass to someone and make a third man run. And I just see our players just freezing. For some reason, they want to pass left, they want to pass right, they want to slow everything down. We could be on a fast break, and then someone, I'm sure, it's almost like they were playing with Kudus, because Kudus did it so many times for you guys in the game. Kudus would be on attack, and he'll just stop and go backwards. And our players do the same thing. They're on the attack, they stop, they go backwards, and it gets back to the centre backs.
Bro,
And
you just
build the team
reminded
again.
me. Oh my goodness.
Well, Kudus.
He was frustrated the hell out of me, Kudus.
Bro, he's been doing it the whole season, by the way.
I can't believe I forgot about that. I think I focused too much on the stupid red cards and the ref. But honestly, Kudus, well, he might as well have gone to Morocco, bro. But he can't because Ghana ain't there. Because honestly, I don't know what he was doing. Every time he had a one-on-one situation, my guy is going back. Why are you going back? Take him on. Take him on. At least make him have to think about playing one-on-one and having to defend you in a duel. He's going back waiting. What are you waiting for? You can't wait for other man to do something better than what you're capable of doing one-on-one. Oh, man.
You know what?
I don't even know what to say.
Like watching that game, like watching Liverpool, I felt like it's similar to Arsenal where there's not enough forward balls going through the lines.
No.
And when they did make the ball forward, when they did make the pass going through the lines, they passed it backwards. So I couldn't understand what was going on. And when I'm watching Spurs go down to 10 men, and I'm thinking Liverpool are going to kick on in the first half, and they didn't really. They didn't really create enough for Spurs to be worried. I think Spurs would have been like, oh, okay, this is all right. The only issue is that second half, similar to what happened last season, is that Slot gets his team in and then says, okay, we can kind of do stuff, but it's still going out wide, trying to kind of put balls into
We didn't go out wide enough. There's a stat that we're one of the worst teams in the Premier League for first half performances, goals and winning the first half, but second half, we're the best team in the Premier League for getting the result, which is just ridiculous. We score more goals than anyone or win more points than anyone in the league. But it shouldn't have to get that far. We scored a good goal. Obviously, the press wasn't fantastic. It came from Kudus, funny enough. He went forward. He should have gone forward. He goes back, passes to Romero. Romero tries a left-foot chip, and it hits McAllister. And to be honest, it's good, quick passing. Something that we don't do enough. And our new attackers, it goes to Ekitike, it goes to Wirtz. Isak makes a great run, and it's a great finish. And that's what we need more of. Amount of times I look at the end of the first half or second half, how many touches Isak had? 3 or 4. Ends the game in 14 touches because we don't get the ball forward enough. It's similar to like we were saying with Gyökeres. We're not playing to certain player strengths. Isak wants the ball directly forward. Then do it. You know you've got Ekitike, who's more of a link-up player, but for you got to do different strokes for different folks. So you've got to mix it up a bit. So we finally do that, and then we get the injury. And like I said in my post-match, that tackle is one of the ones I hate the most.
Yeah.
because players get away with it. It's like a free hit. It happened to Van Dijk when he got his ACL. Goalkeepers and centre backs take out players, and the goal gets scored. And it's like, okay, you forget about the injury because someone scored a goal. No one cares about the foul.
Yep.
No, but that wasn't like the Van Dijk one, bro.
No.
It was not like the Van Dijk one.
When I say it's like Van Dijk, I mean it's reckless.
It's that ilk. It's that ilk. No.
Yeah,
So James,
reckless.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. He has to make that block though. He has to attempt to make the block. And unfortunately, in those situations, as a defender, you're always going to end up leaving something on the striker. Yeah. And if you don't get the ball, it's definitely a penalty. It's definitely a penalty. But
it should still be repercussions from that.
But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. That's frustration from losing probably one of your strikers, in it. So I get that. But at the same breath, like Van der Ven has to make that challenge. He has to attempt it, and he's always gonna hit Isak. He was always gonna hit Isak. And remember also, Isak is he's quite lean. And Van Dijk and Van der Ven is a big lad, innit? He's a big lad, so he's gonna hurt him.
There should be punishment from it. My issue is in those situations there should be punishment from it.
Yes. You reckon?
Yeah, it's a foul. End of the day,
but do you know how much keepers will get booked?
But that's what I'm saying. It's one of my bugbears when goalkeepers and defenders get away with it because a goal's been scored. This is play on. Not everyone gets injured like Van Dijk. It's injured like Isak, but players shouldn't be able to get away with that. I've been a centre back. I've done it, not on purpose, but you've accidentally cleaned someone out. But you should get not a red card, but it should be a yellow card from it or something because you fouled somebody.
Yeah, technically, the advantage is gone. Then, innit? You just bring it back. Yeah.
On the goal,
how long's he out for?
Months.
He's gone for the season, man.
I think it's like 2 breaks.
He's done then. That's it. Next season because his fitness weren't even there, so he's gonna struggle with it. Really,
they said he'll come back, but I'm not expecting anything. Like when he scored the goal, it was like, okay, maybe this can be the start of something. And then you look down again, he's on the floor. So his season is done, unfortunately. But they reckon he could play towards the end of the season. But onto the second goal, we got lucky. Usually 2 hands on the back means it's a foul. But Arsenal had a similar issue. I think Gabriel had one early in the season. It might have been Newcastle, where I think there was 2 hands in the back, or
last couple seasons ago, I think.
No, there's one this season as well, Gabriel. And it was like near post this side, or looking from this way, this side, and someone scored. It might not be Newcastle, but someone scored, and Gabriel appealed for the final. It wasn't a foul, and we got lucky. But for me, we've needed a bit of luck. We've needed it because we've been unlucky. So many opportunities, so many times where simple things have gone. We've kicked the ball out for a throw-in and a long throw's gone in and someone's at the far post and scored. Or we've had a simple... Kanate has kicked it out from the halfway line for a goal kick and they've scored from that goal kick. Like, go figure. So, a bit of luck. I think we're now unbeaten in 6.
5. Unbeaten
in 6.
In all competitions.
In all competitions.
Yeah, but we're talking about EPL, innit? So, let's just keep it a step.
Doesn't matter. You're talking about EPL. I'm making my point. And my point is we're unbeaten in 6. we're unbeaten in 6. And I'm happy about that.
They got to take it.
Yeah, we got to take it in the day because we had what? Lost 7 out of 11 at one point, which is unacceptable. So for it to turn around to now, we've got Wolves. I'm still not counting the chickens because another issue we had in that game as well, where the referee did some nonsense. How's Richarlison scoring a goal, then jumping on Ekitike's back, pushing his head into the ground twice, getting up, running at Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai gets a yellow card.
Did Szoboszlai get a card?
Szoboszlai gets a yellow card, and he's now out.
Oh, shut up.
He's now suspended for Wolves.
That is bonkers.
He stands there and gets shouted at and gets a yellow card for it.
I'm not going to lie to you. You see when Richarlison scored, he was moving like a real rude boy. Like, he was like, what? Everybody, any smoke from any direction, I want it. Honestly,
like a fake bad man, bro.
No, bro. Do you know
Bro,
why?
bro.
Do you know why I say that? Yeah, it's because he don't care. He knows all the smoke that he gets. He knows everyone hates him, and he just wants to be the villain. He loves it, bro.
Bro,
He
you
loves
can't
it.
call you can't call Richarlison a rude boy, bro. It's too emotional, bro. He looks like he's about to ball. He's about 5 minutes away from crying all the time at all times.
He wants all the smoke. That's what I'm saying.
But to put a pin in it, how we didn't control the game with 9 players against 9 players. I mean, I've watched a bit of Carragher's stuff on it, and I was thinking the same thing watching the game. When they've got 9 players, it's very simple maths. You've got 2 extra players. So why are you launching the ball up the field? One of the things I don't like that we do is we go the press. So we drop the ball, we pass it on to someone, and then we goad it. The one time we should be doing it was today, with that game, where we draw them in and we pass the ball, and hopefully we get a goal. But listen, we're low in confidence, and we got out of jail. So hopefully we find a way to get back on it, because it should be an easy win against Wolves at home.
I know this is the last thing, Jay, but just question, yeah? This is the last thing, yeah? Not a draw out, by the way. So you got no Salah now, yeah? Mm-hmm. He's gone to AFCON, and obviously Isak's out for a few months. What does the Liverpool team look like? Obviously, I'm not expecting War and Peace, but I'm talking about just like when you're going to set out your stall now and you're going to say, right, boom, we're going to need goals and obviously some creativity. Wirtz is off the mark now, thanks to Romero. Do you kind of feel like you're now going to continue to go on your unbeaten streak with Wolves next, I believe, and, you know, the Christmas period being jam-packed as it is? Or do you feel like you might still struggle with confidence because some of your key guys are not available?
Our issue is conceding goals, not so much the scoring of goals. So what he's probably going to do is play Frimpong right wing, because he mentioned it a hell of a lot earlier in the season that Frimpong can play right wing when Salah's at AFCON. So what he should do is have Wirtz, Chiesa, and Ekitike as a front three, but Chiesa's done something to his family or someone, because that guy gets no game time. So I don't see him playing. So he'll probably go with Wirtz left, Ekitike up front, and then depending on Bradley, because Bradley went off injured as well, he'll play Frimpong right wing, and either Bradley or Szoboszlai will play right back.
Fair.
That's what I see happening. And then midfield of midfield of Callister, Jones, and Gravenberch. And then luckily we've got a whole week until the next game. Well, not a whole week anymore, but in between the 2 games, it's a week.
I know we need to move on. Leon, what's happening at Spurs? What happens next? You guys are struggling to find form.
Leon, don't answer the question, because I want to talk about United and Aston Villa. He's not getting away with it. He's not getting away. He's not getting away with this. He's not getting away with it. I see what he's doing.
A conversation, bro.
No. I see what you're doing. And you're not doing it this week. I want to talk about Liverpool. I want to talk about Aston Villa and Man United. Let's go.
Did you know that is the second time Man United Aston Villa beat Man United at home in about 20 years?
Oh, bro, it might even be more than that. It's horrible. Yeah. I told you, man. It's the period of giving. Is that what Leon said the other day? Yeah. You know what's funny? I think I might even have said it on the last pod. I said I know I said we'll win, but United are in the mood for giving, so it's quite possible that we will lose that game. Mate. Yeah.
You didn't think you was gonna lose that game?
No, I mean I put us down to win, bruv, but I didn't really feel it at heart, mate. I'm not gonna lie. Bruv. Because Aston Villa are in fine form at the minute, and we're struggling to have like some form of consistency. Aston Villa played well. I don't think they played badly, in my opinion. We just weren't up to the races at all. I was more upset.
I thought you were the better team in the first half. That's what I was hearing. I was hearing you should be winning the first half. Was it you? Was it you, Bevan, did it? Was it you, Liam? No. So, you.
No.
You said that you were the better team in the first half. You should be winning.
Well, we had some chances. No. We had some chances, but overall, Aston Villa were the better side because they played they played 90 minutes of football, bruv. We played football in parts. Like, we played football in parts, and that's not... When you're struggling for form, the first thing you need to rely on is just, the basics. And we weren't doing that. Aston Villa were targeting our our right side.
Right side.
Yeah, they were targeting our right side, and it was pulling out. It was getting goals for them every time. Rodgers on smoke could have had 3 easily. But yeah, I think my most depressing part of that game, or disappointing part of that game, was seeing Bruno pull up when no one's around him. Like we say it probably every season, at least one player does that. Like no one's near them. They either receive the ball, they're running, or they're not, and they just point and they kind of pull up. We don't have Bruno. I don't know what we do, to be honest, because he's the only person that we've got that's got the creativity or will take a risk and make a pass that may turn into something. Like Ben was talking earlier on about, just taking risks going forward, putting that pass through into someone. The only difference is we don't have the quality now due to AFCON that will potentially finish in a goal, but he will take the risk. So
isn't that what you got Cunha for, though? What, Cunha's not there for that? Cunha's
there. He just scored. He just got himself off the mark. He scored his second goal in a row for United, and I still feel like he still lacks a little bit of confidence, because he could have had a brace in that game. He missed an absolute sitter in the middle of the box.
With a header?
Yes, bruv. Absolute sitter. Unforgivable. So I feel like he's lacking confidence a little bit still. He's still trying to do a little bit too much. However, the way he does his thing when he's dribbling through players, that's his niche, and he still manages to come get the ball out of it.
Has he been a waste of money so far? Feels like it.
I'm a little bit on the fence with that one, James, if I'm honest. No, I am. Because he's got 2 goals, finally. I feel like he has been getting closer and closer. He doesn't look like he doesn't have any ideas, but in the earlier part of the season, I feel like he was trying too hard. That was my opinion. I feel like he's trying too hard. I feel like if he just calmed things down and done the simple things, I feel like he would have had more goals by now. Because he's had a couple of close calls, keepers having to make saves point blank and so on and so forth. So it's not like he's been totally ineffective. But now, obviously, he's getting the goals now. Hopefully he can kick on from there.
So what do you do without Bruno then? How does it change? What do you...
Well, the only idea I have in my head there, I think my cousin was saying it in the week, you would drop Mount into Bruno's position. I would say Kobe, but I don't know what's going on with Manu, to be honest. After his brother decided he's going to open up a new T-shirt warehouse and start selling free Manu T-shirts, he all of a sudden's got a minor injury. I don't believe he's got an injury. So if Manu was available, I would say put Manu in the Bruno position, as Ruben's been saying all season, that Bruno's the only thing that's holding Manu back. And then you set up how we set up almost against Villa. But without Manu, you drop Mount into that position. And then you'd have...
Wait.
Go on, bro.
You're going to be playing Casemiro and Ugarte in the midfield, isn't it?
No, he's saying Casemiro and Mount.
Casemiro and Mount.
Is that what I remember him saying?
That's right.
No, that's what I'm saying. You asked me how would I believe we set up.
No, I'm saying, no, you're saying that, but is that what you think he's going to do?
I don't see him shooting Casemiro and Ugarte. That's ultra defensive, bro. Even though that was what he did against Villa, bringing on Martinez.
He did it right on Martinez.
He did
He did better than Ugarte.
Agreed. But at the same principle, they're both defensive minded, Jay. So if you want to get anything out of that game, you got to take a risk and bring on someone that's a little bit more forward thinking. Martinez will take a risk with a pass, but he's also a defender first. So he's always going to be not really going to go higher up the pitch necessarily, especially if he's in a central position.
But playing Newcastle next, do you not think, like what we've done, like what Liverpool have had to do, we've had to say, you know what? Defense first. Get the defense right.
Worried.
Do you not think that might be the way forward then?
We do need to get this defense first. We need to get defense right first, Jay. But, I feel like there's a lot of disjointedness back there, and it could be because of the amount of changes we're making, or maybe it's just because none of our defenders are up to full fitness. I'm still unsure as to why we're making so much defensive changes every single game. Like every single game, without a doubt, he'll take off one of the back 3 or 2. Yeah. Please note, we did do a 4-4-2, 4-3-3 for a moment or two in that game yesterday. But my point is, for some reason, we have to make a defensive change every game, and it's normally one of the central 2 or 3, which is still a little bit amiss for me. Because if you want consistency or you want some kind of base, the keeper and the 2 central defenders don't change. That's just my opinion. Maybe it's old school football manager thinking, but you just don't make that change unless there's an injury.
Ten Hag did it as well, though. That's why it's so weird. Because Ten Hag was doing it before Amrim got there. And I don't get how a new manager's come in and he's doing the exact same thing.
It must be fitness, Jay. It has to
every
be.
game changes centre-backs.
Yeah, it has to be.
Like, you probably need to, realistically, you should be looking at new centre-backs in January. Because if you can't go through a game without changing your centre-backs, like you said, that's the heart, that's the rock bed of your team. You have to change the centre-back every single game.
Yeah.
That's mad.
I mean, Euro was meant to be the new hope, bruv. He stunk out the joint at Villa Park. Stunk it out. Honestly. They should have dragged him earlier than he did, because we might have not conceded both them goals, to be honest.
Bruv, he made Morgan Rogers like Captain America.
Brother?
Captain Rogers, bro.
Yeah, Captain Rogers. I like it. It's true. It's true. It's true. To be honest, don't take it away from Rogers, though, because they were 2 great goals.
They were 2.
But, bro,
but the defending was woeful. Yeah. He should have got closer to him.
He had no right to score that first goal. That was outrageous. Because that first...
He's at the corner flag.
Easily, man.
That first touch was so bad.
Yeah.
That first touch was so bad. You've got to show him outside. To let him go inside like that and then whip it. Don't get me wrong. Great finish, but shocking defending. Don't get me... let's have it right, though. Like, he's a young defender. You're going to have games like that. And he's just going to have to just play through this period of what it is. But
and
maybe...
And he's playing for a 19-year-old. He's got 18. But is he 18 still? Or is he 19 now?
He's 18, but tell you what, Heaven has been playing well since he had that stinker at West Ham. To be honest, he has. And he didn't play badly yesterday, but I just don't think he can command 2 senior players. Does that make sense? He might have 2 feet, and he obviously he has 2 feet, but you know what I mean? He might be able to play ball on both feet, and he might be able to find a pass or 2, but he doesn't have the command, like the aura to be in a central or free, and you go left, you go right. Don't get me wrong, I can see he had frustration in there. He was giving Watkins a horrible time. Watkins didn't really get much change out of him, but it's just not enough. It's not enough.
Maybe, just maybe, it might be crazy, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but maybe it's the fact that he's playing. He got dragged out because he's playing. Morgan Rogers is playing up against a centre back and not a left back. Right back. Sorry, he's not playing up against a right back. So when he goes out there, he's not in his natural position where he should be.
Are you talking about now, Euro?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. He's not playing where he should be, and Amram is just going to die by playing this formation, which just doesn't seem to work. And even when he played, when Martinez came on, he ended up being like another centre back. It's like he had 5 at the back, or 6. It was crazy.
No. To be honest, I can't really agree with you. What I would say is, I don't feel like the passes were progressive enough for us to even make an attempt on the Villa goal realistically. And I do feel like yesterday's the game against Villa Park, against Villa, we played a 4-3-3 more often in that game than we did 3-4-3. There was a back 4, and you can see that quite comprehensively in loads of phases of play. But obviously, when your team are not doing well and they're lacking confidence, you need to ring them changes. Do you know the worrying thing for me was when I saw the squad and I saw Kobe Mainoo was out of the team, I thought, all right, that's funny. Then I looked at the bench and I saw we got loads of academy players there. I'm not gonna completely poo-poo over that scenario because I want to see the academy players come through, but I feel like that was engineered from the pressure by the media. Does that make sense? Because there's been a lot of chat,
especially Lacey. He's been getting grilled about why he's not giving Lacey a chance.
and in fairness, Lacey came on and he didn't have much of the ball, but he had one crack at goal, and I thought to myself, that's what I want to see. I want to see people taking risks, and you know, if you're going to give these guys a chance, or if they're going to be, performing in the reserves, you need to give them a chance so you can see what they could do in a real match scenario.
Question for you,
What,
Sesko.
you still
Yeah.
Oh, good
Sesko.
Lord.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Good Lord.
another waste of money. It's not quite Ekitike level.
No, he's not. But
is he the right striker that you needed, or is it a case of there was no one else left, so you had to get someone in?
To be honest, I'm not convinced by him. Like someone looks like they should be able to do better than they're doing, but I don't know if how high his ceiling is yet in the Premier League. I don't know. I'm not sure, James, to be honest. He looks like he's lacking fitness. Obviously, he's injured again now, I believe. Was it?
Did he get injured in that game?
I think he was coming back from a sickness. He was coming back from sickness, sorry.
Yeah,
he was coming back from food poisoning. And he's obviously lacking fitness. You can see that again. He wants to play a certain way. I feel he's still trying to find his feet in that central role with the likes of Cunha and then Boomer playing either side of him, knowing that he's not always going to get the ball first. But he had a couple of glances in that game. He was part of the lead up to Cunha's goal, where I'm thinking about the game before that.
And that was a mistake.
Yeah,
that was a mistake, isn't it? That was an error.
But yeah. But he's not doing enough as a number 9. He needs to be in the box, bro. Like, if he gets that chance that Cunha gets in the middle of the box, I'm expecting him to bury that. That's bread and butter. So, to answer your question, I don't quite think he's a waste of money, but I definitely feel like he has some more convincing to do. He really does.
I don't know. Because the chance he did have, he never looked like he was going to score. And the other chance he had, he went through and then went round the keeper and took it. His touch was terrible. I'm not sure about that guy, man.
Confidence,
Good luck.
Man.
You still think you're going to finish 4th?
Yep.
Fourth bottom.
Just outside relegation.
All right. Just because it is a title race and they're in it, we will be very brief because it's only right. Man City cruised to 3-0 win against West Ham. I was happy because I triple captained him in fantasy football. Yay me. After a horrible season so far, he got me a nice haul. But it was what we expected, if not a bit less than we expected. I thought maybe 4 or 5, the way West Ham have been playing. But the 3-0 keeps them in pursuit for that title. And I don't know. I'm slightly moving to Man City being favourites.
I'm telling you now, Man City are the favourites, bro. Man City are the favourites. They look in control of what's happening. They look like if they're gonna come out of first or second gear, James, they're gonna turn over. 1-0 down. All right, cool. We'll score 2. They do look very confident. I don't think around the park, no one looks like they're carrying anybody, if that makes sense. Even Donnarumma, he's been a presence in
goalkeeper of the year, though, isn't it?
But even saying that, you're coming in with the accolades. I appreciate it. The Premier League, how people defending against you. He hasn't probably faced that kind of intensity in his career yet. So for him to be able to stand up and still not concede that many goals, you got to give the guy a round of applause, man. Regardless of what he's coming in with, do you know what I mean? He's maintaining his level.
Okay. Anything else on the Man City game, guys? Cool. I think Leo's on mute if you were going to say something.
No. It's fine. There's nothing really for me to add. They're just right now looking like the City that we expected to see when they drafted in some of these new players. And the fact that you're seeing Cherki and Randers settling in, a little comfortable, Foden's finding form again. I think I think they're really looking really strong. I wouldn't necessarily say that they're favourites yet in my book, but that's just because I feel like Arsenal have got the handbrake on them right now.
Fair enough. So we move on to the awards section, and we start with, as we always do, Player of the Week. So this is Leon's last week, I believe. We're on 17? No, we've got to go to 18. Yeah. So Leon, your Player of the Week.
My Player of the Week is going to be Rayan Cherki. I think, again, performance for City was brilliant and involved in pretty much everything that City did well going forward. So my Player of the Weekend is Rayan Cherki.
Okay. Bevan?
I was going to go Ryan Cherki as well. To be honest, I think he had one of the most standout performances of the weekend. I can't really think of anyone else that I would have given it to, even though he didn't. Go on then.
But I'll let Lamont go first.
I don't know. Do you know what's funny? I got two people in mind. The first person was Barnes, for missing them 2 sitters. But I think I'm going to give it to Wirtz for getting his first assist in the Premier League. He's been working hard for it against all the doubters, and although it came from a unfortunate pass from Romero, you got to take them where they come, innit? So yeah, well done, Wirtz.
Mine is Morgan Rogers. Well. Captain Rogers showed Man United what's what, and made it look simple, being pretty honest. Men play against boys. So, well done, Rogers. Moment of the week, Leon?
Moment of the week. For the stupidity.
Romero. Romero's second yellow, innit?
My captain, man. Honestly. Like, he's killed us there, man. Honestly. It's not... You can't even say it was one moment. There's three moments that he's basically helped ruin the game for us. So for me, it's Romero. It's a poor decision making, and just lack of composure when we really needed it.
My moment of the week was going to go to Morgan Rogers for his first goal, because no right to score it, and then scores an absolute cracker at the same time. So Morgan Rogers.
My moment of the week is gonna go to Reece James. So he had a moment where I can't remember what Newcastle. The pullback. I mean, it was a tackle basically, James, but the striker was running in. I'm pretty sure it was Barnes, and he's tugged him. And VAR haven't given anything. The referee didn't give anything. They said he barely touched him, and that would have probably put Newcastle away and had James off the pitch because he would have been last man. So for me, that was the moment, my moment of the week. Because when I saw that, I was in absolute shock. I'm like, raw, really? They didn't give that. So, yeah.
My moment of the week is going to Calvert-Lewin. He not only he's got 2 goals in that game, but I think he's got 6 goals in his last 5 games at the moment. And for them to win 4-1, I know we said it last week that Crystal Palace, after Europe, they have not been able to play at all. But when I looked at the team, they put out a reserve team pretty much. So it can't even be that much of an excuse for Crystal Palace. They were just terrible. Giving credit to Leeds were just really good. So Calvert-Lewin, 2 goals, then winning 4-1. Moment of the week. So we move on to predictions. Predictions. So Man United are playing on Friday, Boxing Day. They are the first team up. Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Is it me first again still? Is the last one?
Yeah.
So let me think. You know what? if Bruno is out, which I think he pretty much is, we've got to favour Newcastle on that one. They don't really get good results at Old Trafford though. It's weird.
Sure.
Like no matter what stage Man United are kind of in, Newcastle just struggle there. Let me go over a draw. Oh, I don't even know what I'm thinking. I feel like Newcastle are going to win that game, man.
Newcastle are horrible away from home this season, though.
I
To be
know.
honest, they are.
Yeah, 1-1 draw.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle.
I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm going 3-1 Newcastle. 3-1 Newcastle. And the next game is Arsenal Brighton. Arsenal home to Brighton.
2-1 Arsenal.
I'm gonna 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. Actually, no, because Bevan never gets the score right.
Oh,
Let me go 2-1. I forgot where you are in the league table, bruv.
You know what?
I
I feel like that was shade. You know, I feel like that was shade. That's what it is.
I did. There was no shade.
I feel like that was shady. That was just shady.
There was just shade.
A fact at this point.
That was a shade.
Cold business.
Will Arsenal score 3? 2-1 just seems like everyone's going for 2-1. Arsenal just been messing around. I'm going 2-1. I keep overestimating Arsenal scoring goals at the moment. But I'm going 2-1 as well. Doesn't help with the table, but hey. And the final game. No, sorry, second to last game. Liverpool Wolves at Anfield. Szoboszlai out. Isak out.
Liverpool 2-0.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, like, at some point their rotten run needs to stop, but I don't actually think it's going to stop at Anfield.
It definitely ain't going to stop at Anfield, bro.
Because Anfield are on a bit of Liverpool are on a bit of a run now. So
they can draw the way we're playing. They can still draw.
Do you know what? When we were talking about it earlier on, I had draw in my head, but they don't look good enough, Wolves, at all. They look horrible, bruv. So Liverpool to win, and the score's going to be 3-1. You know what? It's going to be 3-0.
I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0. No, I'm going 3-0 as well, actually. I'm going 3-0 as well. Let me have some faith in these guys. Final game. Crystal Palace versus Spurs.
Oh,
London derby.
Good Lord.
It's a tricky one because Palace, they don't have midweek, so they should be better. And Spurs are better away from home.
2-1 to Palace, bro.
Jeez.
No, in fact, 3-1 Palace.
Okay.
1-0.
2-1 Spurs. 2-1 Spurs, man.
No Romero, no Simmons. Probably better off with.
I have 11 men on a pitch.
Yeah, probably better off with what's his name at the back anyway.
Yeah, Danson.
Yeah, Danso.
Don't know. I'm not sure.
No, not progressively, but less of reliability. 1-2 Spurs.
You're thinking 1-1, innit?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I thought so because I thought the
I
same,
was.
bruv. And I said, you know what? Let me just, yeah.
But I
I
don't
want
know.
to change my score, but I can't. It's too late.
Everyone gets one chance. This is your one chance. 5, 4,
2-2.
3. Right,
Ooh.
2-2.
That's-
Right, so let me know. Leon's had his one chance to change outside of the window.
It's my last one. My last wild card.
Right, that's all for this week's episode. As I said, it's been a jam-packed episode with banter as always, with slide digs and not so slide digs as always. But we're all done in jest, all done with love, and we've covered a lot. So our next episode that you can look forward to watching will be us covering the AFCON that started yesterday. So if you haven't had enough, after you watch this one, watch that one too. But as we always say, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to comment. Comment. Do you agree with our takes? Who was your player of the week? What was your moment of the week? And put your predictions in as well. There will be prediction shows coming out as well. You can catch those on Instagram and on our TikTok. And you can also catch a little short on our YouTube as well, where I want you to comment there too. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Nice one.